get blown away because they're like,
Right.
how are you not? And I'm like, because I do, literally, I've been doing chiropractic since I was 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like literally, like faithfully. It's
But
like,
see, to your point of talking to the folks who might be listening today and they're far along.
yeah.
It doesn't take but 6 months for the body to recreate itself.
Yeah, that's exactly
My
right.
mother is a great example. She's one of my greatest testimonies because I actually took over, I call it taking over her health when she was about 64.
Yeah.
And so she had hypothyroidism, she had arthritis, she had smoked for 40 years. She really had a lot of stuff going on.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so I said, Mom, look,
And how
I
old
had
was she?
She at the time she was around 64.
Wow.
Okay. And so I go into her appointment. I said, I'm gonna go with you. Now I take my little big green book, Healing for Prescriptional Nutritional
PDR.
Healing, right? So I take my PDR with me, and I said, I don't, because I hadn't graduated, but told you it took 8 years. So I got it under my arm. So I'm sitting down and I listen to her. Her doc go over her numbers. In fact, we were just talking about the T numbers and all that. And I said, listen, I would like us to try something new. I said, you have her on Thyroid, but from my research, I see that Thyroid actually causes arthritis in the body. I was like, so can we switch her to Arthroid, something that's armor? I said, it's something a little more natural, right? That way we stop eating away at her muscles, right, and her tissue. And I will, at the same time, put her on some iodine, natural seaweed iodine, right? And actually put her on some while we watch her T levels. And as she improves, just keep backing her up. It didn't take us 6 months.
Yeah.
It took us about 6 months to get a 64-year-old off of all of her thyroid medicine. And in a year, I had her off all medication. She is, and just turned on January 11th, 94 years old.
30
no pharmaceutical
years.
medicine.
30 years
30
without
years.
after after 64.
And
After
she
64.
started later in life, so it's never too late.
never too
That's
late.
the
Never too
thing.
late.
People
Listen,
need to understand.
Did you all hear that out there, Asher? Bring her here. Did you all hear what Dr. Mary just said? 64, 30 years without the medicine. She's 94 years old.
That's right.
And it's
That's a
not too
testimony.
late.